What's up, ladies and gents? Random Guy Wondism here, doing another video review on Transformers Age of Extinction Voyager class Galvatron. So, box time. So, it's your typical Age of Extinction Voyagers box. You got Galvatron, Ages 8 and up, Hasbro, teaser thing, Transformers, and the one thing I do hate about these concept arts is that they're all in this just running pose. Excluding the Dinobots, they're all in this, like, you know, running pose. Which, I don't know, it's kind of lazy to me. Anyway, you got Transformers, Voyager class, blah blah blah, Transformers, there's his arm. On the back is your picture stuff, your word stuff, and my future Christmas present. Flaming Autobot logo, and, no, sorry, slugged in. He's in the running pose. Okay, we got rid of him. We get rid of him. So, here we have Galvatron, and I will be the first to say that this is a very accurate representation of, the truck mode in the show, the movie. Excluding the whole back section, like from the front, it looks very accurate. Just needs to be a little thinner because the truck was a little thinner. People have been saying, or at least one person, Emgo, he's been saying that this truck has a lack of paint, like the smokestacks. Now, I didn't know this truck had smokestacks, mainly because it doesn't look like they were painted. Well, speaking of paint, he's got a nice silver striping going down from the front to the side, from the side to the front. Got nice black grille. The headlights are nicely painted silver, which was my favorite aspect of the truck, the headlights. And just, he's overall really cool. I know the rims aren't painted in, and he does roll quite nicely. And my one slight complaint is the fact that the coloration on the back just sticks out like a sore thumb, and it's a little gappy, and you look under him, and it's just shell former. There's his chest, there's his legs. He's not hiding anything except for his arms and his head. So he does roll quite nicely. Yeah. Just for some size comparisons, here he is with the movie 2, movie 3, Voyager, movie 2 Prime, movie 2 Leader, Voyager Prime, movie 1, sometime movie 2. They've gotten quite smaller, but at the same time they're just a tad taller in alt mode. Here he is with Evasion Mode Prime. Both trucks take a faceplant. And here he is with Crosshairs. So yeah, he's a pretty big guy. His main accessory is this thing. It was the movie weapon. It's just, you know, all molded in. There's no really paint to it. It's got some nice molded detail below and above, and this is supposed to represent a tire, I believe. I think the coloration on it is painted dark there too. And you got the little sticky out things. And your main method of storage for this is there's a port, mid-post, port on the roof, and it does kind of remind me of another certain one's weapon storage. Okay, and unlike the last one, it didn't fire off of me. Yeah, because speaking of which, it fires a missile. All nicely bluey, texturized, and metallic blue. It's not that bad, actually. I like it. And again, they could have just incorporated something in here, and here, or here, like that, maybe. I don't know. Alright, so let's convert this mother. And it basically does shell forming. But it does do the shell forming thing in a neat way. You're just going to take these side panels right here, and you're just gonna unplug them and fold them to cover up these tires. Next, we're just gonna untab these legs, rotate them around, reveal the robot legs, and just fold this heel spur down, and then you just fold the foot, rotate, fold the heel spur, fold that. You have his legs done. Very simple process. Very simple, do you know? Anyway, next we're just gonna take these truck tires and flip them up. What's next? We're just gonna take this whole cab assembly and just bring it down, and we're just gonna take everything out, and while we make a backpack, I'd recommend that you move the legs forward and bring this truck cab to its lowest. Don't bring it too low. Maybe raise this shoulder up a bit, and then just fold it out, because you'll need to fold it out, and you'll need enough clearance as you can. And then you'll see this tab right here will just have into this slot right there. And you can bring down this arm, shoulder. Second verse, same as the first. I'm stealing a catchphrase. Flip this guy's head up. Now we're gonna bring this up, and now you're probably wondering what all this is gonna be. Basically, like back in the day, this would be parts formed or maybe something like that. But I still appreciate the trick that they did with this. Okay, so you're gonna fold this down. You're gonna take this whole roof assembly up, untap this whole roof assembly, causing this all to be flimsy on hinges and stuff, and you're just gonna bring it down like that. Make sure this whole headlight bumper section stays down. And you're just gonna bring it up just to conceal everything. Everything, what do you call it? Situate. Yeah, situate this stuff. And here you have Galvatron in his robot mode. I love this robot mode. This is like up there with the evasion mode, prime robot mode. I like this robot mode. Now, granted, it's a little hollow. You can see through the chest area, but yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm not complaining. Very nicely done. Like, it just, look at his head sculpt. He has everything in there. He just needs it to be painted in. Because this figure doesn't really have a lot of silver paint on him. Like the silver paint, the only silver paint applications were the stripings on his truck mode. I would have liked to see some of the silver paint go down to here, but metallic blues and bronzish colors are good enough. His articulation, let's talk about that. His head is on a ball joint. You can look up and down, you can look side to side, and you can wiggle. It does what it does. The shoulders, they go forward on this ratcheting joint. They don't go back due to the backpack. I mean, he is a shell former, but he pulls off shell forming better than any other shell former I've seen. Shoulders, they also go outward and inward. The thing, shoulders, like these pads accommodate by moving up and down. He does have a bicep swivel. He has a double jointed elbow, and it just goes up on this hinge, and then there's this ratcheting joint right here. So this, yeah, double jointed elbow. No wrist swivels, no waist joint. The hips, they go forward out like this on an angle, and then then if you want to get full straight on movement, it's like you just bring it out on the hinge, bring it down on that hinge, because there's basically like 3 joints working in here. You got the swivel, the forward, and the side. No. Yeah, you got the outward move, the hips go outward like that, they go up like that, and then you have to move it like this, which is pretty cool. So you're not stuck with this. There's actually a joint in there to straighten it. Does have a thigh swivel. He has an oddly placed knee joint on a. I don't know if you can hear the ratchet. You can hear the click. But it's a really high knee joint. Whatever. Not the end of the world if Evasion Mode Prime can have an elbow joint as high as low as my pants, then yeah. His feet go up on this hinge, but that's more for transformation. They do go side to side on this. Their pivot, and they do go slightly back. He's not the most posable thing on the planet, but he's still good enough. Now his weapon, plugging the missile back in. He can hold it on that hinge, but it's more for this post really, just to simulate the image of the hand is turned into a gun, which it does kind of pull off on some angles. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the planet. I mean, people have been saying that they would have liked to see a port on his arm. I somewhat agree, but at the same time, yeah, I'm happy with this. You could also undersling it. Just putting that out there. Now, for your size comparisons, just adjusting the camera. For your size comparisons, here he is with Movie 2, Movie 3. Movie 1, Movie 2, Voyager Prime, and he's a little taller. Here he is with Crosshairs. And here he is with the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. And going on about accurate trucks, he's just a little taller. I would like to thank you G-Winers for giving us this Prime. I mean, granted, he's a G1 representation, but it would have been nice to see a movie accurate one. There are people out there who want movie accuracy. This is just a stupid homage to the G1 guy. I mean, now thanks to you, we've got to waste our money on a platinum set. You gotta waste money on a platinum set to get the movie accurate Prime you want. And instead we get this awesomely posable but weakly colored representation of G1 Optimus Prime, the stupid G1 Optimus Fatherly Prime. And what we wanted was the face-ripping, murdering, Kelsey Grammer killing machine. And you gave us this. I just hate G-Winers now, okay? This figure, though, it's cool. At first, we thought it would be Motormaster, but no, it's Galvatron. Good enough for me. It's nicely well done. I know it's barely painted in this mode. It's barely painted in the alt mode. The alt mode does get away with it because it's kind of an accurate coloration. But the robot mode kind of needs a little more paint. But not like the biggest complaint I have with this. I mean, it does have its ups. And the fact that people are complaining that its shell forms like this. I'm sorry, who are you? Because this guy pulls off shell forming like nobody else. So, what would I say to you now? I would recommend this figure. Like if you're going in on all the line, get this guy. If you're not, then maybe pass. I mean, this would have been a Hound review, but the previous day when I learned about the sale, I left Hound in the open like that, like, hey, come and get me. And then there were like over 1,000 Galvatrons, 3 Evasion Mode Primes, a couple Grimlocks, and 1 Hound. I just basically wasted 1 Hound, but there's always Christmas. So, favorite this video, subscribe to my channel for more, comment on this video, maybe even share it, because of how awesome my review style, because of how awesome I'm on reviewing. And, yeah. This is Random Guy One as I'm signing off from the Age of Extinction Galvatron review.